Hi, I'm Nicole Kim Phillips, and I'm here today with a Make It Count PIPA Live. And PIPA is personal improvement, professional advancement, and that comes from like what I shared in the light bulb moment post that I have done on my Instagram page. And at the end, I would always end with, I believe something I have said will move you forward personally or professionally, and that you will realize the significance of having your own light bulb moment. I always want you to leave with some takeaways, and that is what PIPA is about. Today, I want to remind you that no matter what you do online, it doesn't have to mean censorship. Maybe you're not cursing or that you can't be edgy, because you can. You can do something and people will either like it or they will think you went too far. The important thing is trusting and believing in what you do, and trusting that it is authentically you. That doesn't mean that you have to move forward and move into a new space. That might mean using your ability and staying in position without making any changes. However, if it's something that can pivot you forward, then you should definitely be moving toward that. Now, when you should be asking the questions when it is required, where do I want this to take me, and where is this gonna take me with your work or your creativity? And or maybe you're asking, how can I improve upon this and help it to have it to take me into the business space. An example of something I did recently with my latest blog post. It was to promote my work, but also to promote what was going on with another author, Mary Higgins Clark. And I sat on that post for a while. It was already written, but I sat on that post for a while because I wanted to figure out how can I make this even more beneficial? What can I do? And then I came up with the idea of adding a real life court case. And when I searched for jealous wives, the Michelle Boat case came up. So I decided to share that along with the blog post I was doing, because it was going to help me to stay authentic to my theme, which is to share fantasy and truth. So I did that. And at the end, I was able to also share my work from Words Nicole Wrote, 19 Candles, my new book, my Q&A poetry book, and 2 poetry selections came to mind that matched the energy of this movie I was sharing, and also the energy of what I wanted to talk about controlling your emotions and channeling those emotions, whether they're negative or whether you're dealing with something, into something that is positive, or is something that goes along with your agenda and what you want to be doing. With me, the portrait selections I chose to share with this particular post, not Michelle Boat, but Mary Higgins Clark, is I Believe Him and Jump Off. Those are two portrait selections included in my new Q&A portrait book. And I Believe Him is about trusting in what your person, partner, husband, boyfriend, or significant other is telling you, and also knowing what you want to get out of that relationship. Jump Off is about understanding you don't always start where you finish with a man. And that could mean that you go through different stages of maturity with a person, or it may be that you move on and you're going through these stages with different people. But it's understanding that you do go through these stages and you don't always start where you finish. And next is the question of what I have going on. What's up next for me? And I see that a lot of people have the money behind them, and their chest is pumped out, and they have that type of support where I'm seeing those changes. I never wanted to have a big chest. That is not my thing. I think what I have going on is working for me and my look and my authenticity. So I'm keeping that. My chest is fine the way it is. But I did attend a Zoom meeting with some plastic surgeons who work in my area, and they were sharing some of the different procedures that they believe were going to be popular coming up. And I watched that and attended that because I believe it would not only be informative, but it would also allow me to be able to move some of my work forward that I did in my ebook, because of course I shared highlights from my career, different careers that I've had throughout my life. And one of those was I served as a beauty advisor at Walgreens, working in the cosmetics department, and I actually made history there. So I went to that Zoom with an intention that it was going to be beneficial for me to also share things about my work and my book in the future. Again, make it count. And I see, you have you and that pickle are what got my attention. That is how you reach me here, because I saw you with that pickle, and I'm like, okay, as far as me, I moved on from eating pickles like that in grade school. I moved on from that, and now I love pickles, but I like the spears. And if I was going to be eating that pickle, I would have cut it up and ate it with a fork. But I also like fried pickles. So that is my thing right now with pickles. So next up is some of the updates that I have for what I have going on, and answering some of the questions that I have gotten. As you can see, I'm wearing a natural look. I don't have on any makeup right now, and I'm doing that with a purpose, because I'm testing out a new product and on my skin, a new face cream. And some of the features and benefits of it are diminishes fine lines and wrinkles, as well as brightens the skin and also helps with discolorations. Like you see, some people have discolorations around the neck, around the eyes, or on different areas of the face. I have around my eyes and on different areas. Some areas are darker than others. So I'm working on that. And so this product is definitely one. I've only been using it just over a couple of weeks, but I'm seeing major results. You know, I think my skin is looking pretty good natural. So I'm looking forward to that. And as far as the money, you asked about the money. As far as the money, I am going to be making a large commission on this. It's $1 for each one that I sell. So I am looking forward to that becoming something for me. I'm looking forward to sharing this product, but I also want to have an authentic review of it. You know, what recommendations, how I believe it will benefit others if it's benefiting me. So I do see a change in my skin just after 2 weeks. It's more bronze. I see diminished fine lines and wrinkles, and also improved with discoloration in my skin. So I'm looking forward to seeing what it will be in a month. I don't know, but I'm looking forward to that. Next up is, I have a list here, so I'm staying on task with this. This is going to be a product that is great for girls and women who go natural or who want to go natural more for those times when they're going out, like to the grocery store, or they may be going out to do laundry or something like that. This product is going to be great for those women who want to do that, or women who just want improved skin and they wear light makeup. This is a great one for that. So also, what up next for me is doing my sales of my online catalog products for Aborn Words. 5 come to mind, and that is, of course, the Sip Chill Celebrate coasters, the planners like this, and also the mugs and the lip biting sex teas. But I'm not going to be spelling out sex on the T. I'm going to block out the E with a symbol, and I want to begin to sell those during my table sales, as well as my new Q&A poetry book. So I'm going to start out with those 5 products. I believe that something I have said will move you forward personally or professionally, and that you will realize the benefit of my Make It Count PIPA Live. Share your questions, compliments, and pet peeves in the comments. I would love to read what is on your mind. Just respect mine. Again, I'm Nicole Kim Phillips, author and health educator.